What's up, everybody? We're back. So a couple fun things that happened this week is horses got a Jimmy ball and we hung it in there, and there's a string for where it was. I think it lasted like maybe a day, and then the main culprit that was going after it was Towboy. So that was kind of funny because Joe tried to get a little bit of it, but I don't know if she actually gave up on it really easily or what. But I think I came back several days afterwards and was finding that Tobes was the one that was going after it the most. So we'll have to probably get another one later on because I think he really enjoyed that, and I don't want to overdo it. It's a treat. It is not a main source of entertainment, so we'll have to do that later. And on everything else, so that mulch that I had showed you guys that I had put into the shelter, yeah, it got washed out like a lot. So now it's a mud pit in there. I'll have to get some more at some point, but I really just wanted. She's like, I did. I'm surprised she doesn't go and roll in that same spot that Tobes usually does, but bless it. This roly-poly over here. Tobes just got done rolling and then she decided to do it also. So I'm guessing they're both happy campers. Here he comes. What's she doing? No, I'm not letting you back in here. He's like, but you're hanging out by the gate. Why not? No. You and your fly mask. No, I'm not doing it. No way. No way, guys. He's been trying to get the gates open, so I've been having to lock it behind me. And especially in the morning, because I'm just kind of like, let's not do that. Anywho, but yeah, so last week we had like a crap ton of rain come through and it flooded in here. So I think after the second time it flooded, I was just like, you know what, screw it, because we had one more day left on the paddock that we were in. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let them out for the night so they can get out of the mud. And it was a good idea because they still had like a couple spots to go and eat. And they were eating that and they did well. I think that was the section I had miscalculated the posts. So that new section only had 14 feet. So it had 14 feet plus the additional 21 feet. So total, what do you think, Joe? Like, 35 feet, I think, total for those 5 times 7, you know. So we had that. They had that whole section, and we just did our normal 4-day cycle, and it worked out pretty well because like came back, they were so happy with the not the norm routine that they came. I like let them out, and then they came and they ran from in here, out here, up and back again while I was out here cleaning. And they did back and forth and back and forth. And I'm just like sitting there yelling at them like, y'all need to slow down. Somebody's gonna get hurt. And like Joe was so funny. She was like running around and like kicking up and all this other stuff. And yeah, it was like really funny to see that because I don't really see her like run around and be a hooligan a lot. I know Tobes will, like he'll run the fence line with you and play chase and such, and like he's just a big old dog, but she's like not like that. And it's nice to see her personality showing, and now she's just sitting there looking at me like, are you gonna open the gate? And like Mr. Tobes is like right behind her because they both think they're gonna come out here. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not. No. Goober. Go get your hay bags, guys. So anyway, but we've had a ton of rain. This paddock got flooded, and I was like, you know what, screw this. My husband actually came out, because I don't think he actually believed me. He came out and he saw how bad it was, and I was like, this is why I want to get this dug out and get it with all terrain. So I think we're just gonna, I tried to see if, I don't know when they're gonna call me, but like, I want to go get a quote for having it dug out, 6 inches of gravel, and then put like a topping on it. But I have to be careful, or at least talk to the guy to see how we're gonna do the drainage, because it drains really well. Like, even with all that water, I think it drained like within an hour or so, or not hour, maybe like a couple hours, but you could come back here and you didn't see standing water, which was great. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm pushing in where the divots are. Like, we've got one big one right here, so when we go back, yeah, they get a big hoof-sized divot from where they were running back and forth. They're so funny, goofballs. Bunch of ding-dongs too. Anyway, so yeah, I put this morning's wheelbarrow here. This is where I normally start when we start a new section, is like I always put it here. And so with doing this, it'll be great because it'll fill in all the divots as they go down and such, so it'll work out perfectly. I had to go in and mow behind them again and such, so all of anything they didn't eat, I mowed that, so that will help control the weeds. I mowed it at a 4-inch height. I was watching some guy about lawn mowing, and he was talking about the fact that a lot of mowers are not accurate with the mowing height. But I put it at 4, and so like that stuff over there, I mowed it at a 4. And I'm talking about like this stuff back there. I mowed it at a 4, and you can see it's already like growing back and greening up and everything. But also, you know, with the rain that we've had, like the grass really needed it. And that thing shot up again. I don't know if you can see that, but like that right there, that thing, I mowed it down and it's back again within like a week. So that thing, wow. So we're here now. This is a lot of forage, but I think as it goes too, like even with all of this, I think I can actually let them have a full days of grazing, especially on the last day that we're in here, on the 4th day. And then just instead of just having like a 4-hour split in the morning, I think I can just open it up and just let them eat the rest of whatever's in here, and that'll be fine. And then I can get them pooing and peeing in here versus in there. And that way, that all those minerals and everything that they're releasing will come and get in the ground, and it'll be great. But they've got a crap ton in here right now, which is awesome. I think the grass is actually really benefiting from how we're doing this. And I came back, and remember this weed that I was pointing at last time? Well, it didn't have flowers, but I think this is called sneezeweed. So, and it is poisonous. So they won't touch it, which is fine by me, because I will mow that stuff down and no problem. But they've got a lot of options to pick from over here. But like these plants, this is called sneezeweed, apparently. It's interesting. It comes out, it's got this little flower and whatnot. So I wanted to know what it was. And I also went and looked at the foxtail, which I had misspoke last time and called it foxglove, but it's actually foxtail. So we're getting that growing all over the pasture, and here and out there too. And you can control it by mowing, but you have to be really precise when you're mowing it. So, which is fine by me. This section is the one I pointed out last time. It has all of this grass in here, and I think this is orchard grass that's got in here. So I'm excited by this. Like, if that's seed head, like, excited by this, because this is what I would really want growing in the rest of the paddock and such. So it's going to take them a little bit to kind of eat through this, but like, if we can get more of this growing, I would be really happy, because we need more of this in our life. But yeah, I'll post, I got some video of the ponies going after the Jimmy ball, and I will post that right after this. So stay tuned if you want to see some little tidbits of Joe and Tobes going after the Jimmy ball. That will be awesome, and I think it will be entertaining to watch, because the faces they make when they try to go after it, it's just really funny. So, but yesterday I mowed back here, so this was actually really thick, and I can't get the mower over here to get this corner, so it'd be cool if the horses could get this, but I have the gate closed so they can't get to it. But this like little line right here, that'd be great if they could go after this, but they're not. But I mowed all of this yesterday, so at some point we'll have more fencing, and we will fence this in, because this will also be incorporated and be done the same way that all of this has been managed. And then this, I think I want to do a track system on this. So these lanes from that post to that post, this is 14 feet wide, which is fine for them and such. I actually think I'll probably make it 20, so it'll be 3 posts wide, especially I think on this section. So we'll have like 14 here and then 20 here on the short sides, and then they can walk this at night, and then they won't be stuck in here. So I want to give them the option of like walking around and stuff. And I think what I'm going to do at some point too is get some like ground poles or something, or like some other kinds of things they can walk over, and they can get like mentally stimulated, basically, which the word is enriched. So I'll have that at some point, but that won't be for a while. I mean, I've got to save up money for that. But you know, if you guys, you know, I'm not going to be cliche here, but you know, if you follow me and start liking and subscribing to these videos, that'll actually help me reach my goal faster, because we can get this channel monetized and such. But we'll see. I don't know if you like this content, and if you don't like this content, that's okay. But this is not my goal. This is like a documentary for myself that I can look back and say, hey, I started from this, and I wanted to see how it progressed, what I did wrong, what I did right, you know, and just carry that forward. But that is the purpose of this channel. It is not to just make a channel and get monetized. It would be nice, but I really enjoy the process and the flow and the ebbs and flows that I go through, seeing like, you know, where you started, where you came from, and then just kind of follow people along to see how life has progressed for them and such. So that's the cool thing, I think, and I really enjoy that, and I really enjoy hearing like people's stories and such, like where they came from and like how they got there, and like just that kind of thing, because that's motivating to me. And so, but I mean, it's like really common to hear about like just people coming from nothing and then getting that stuff going, or you know, it's like I don't think people are as like entertained by someone who is like, oh well, I started with this and I got a loan and I did this and that and this and whatnot. I don't know. I guess it just depends on the person and what they're looking for and what motivates them. But you know, when you're just like starting out and stuff, I think it's good to have documents and just videos and stuff of just showing the progress and showing like how you managed it and how things went for you and like how you problem solved and everything like that. So, but yeah, that was the biggest thing for me. So, all right, but that's my update for this week. But yeah, just stay tuned. I'll post, in addition to this video, the 2 videos of Tobes and Joe going after the Jamie ball, and you guys can watch that for a little bit. So we'll catch you later. Bye.